Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing? So, this is week one's update for April's, yes, movie marquee challenge. This is, if you haven't joined us yet before, a collaboration between Sandy from Crochet A Canada and I. Sandy had this awesome idea to do this project for a year, well, 12 projects for the year that we go back and forth on. January was Sandy's pick, February was mine, March was Sandy's pick, this April right now is mine. We are drawing movies that we have predetermined. We each picked 6 at the beginning of the year. And sorry about my voice this morning, guys. From those movies, we will show the poster and make a project from those. I am doing blankets, a lot of blankets. You can do whatever you want. Sandy's doing whatever she wants. She's making some wearables. She did make a blanket. She's doing a lot of different stuff. Like, I'm pretty much sticking to my blanket shtick. But we are also inviting all of you guys to join along and post in our Facebook group and show us what you have been inspired by the movie poster to do for the month also. And this month is Black Widow, which was more well received than I expected, because honestly, like, I figured with what I had like 4 other movies to draw. So we had 5 to draw from, and Damon had helped me draw last week. And I figured I wouldn't get that one. Oddwise, I wouldn't get that one. And that was the one left that had, I don't want to say monochromatic because it had more than one color, but it had the least amount of colors to work with out of, I think, all of my posters. I don't want to say that and have somebody get upset with me that later there's one, but I'm pretty sure like the first couple that I picked were the least colorful and that we're just going to get more colorful from here. But in fact, you guys, I took Terminator out of it when I was going through my movies because that one was too similar to these last 2, actually. So you're welcome. I love Terminator. But anyway, I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. But anyway, getting back to the subject at hand. So there are more colors. I'll put up the poster here for you also. But there are more colors to choose from than originally I thought too. You have to look really closely at it. But because obviously the main colors that hit you are red, white. There's different shades of red. There are grays in it. Then there's little like side colors like the characters. Obviously, I love this movie for David Harbour from Stranger Things, who's excited for season 4. We're getting closer, by the way. Anyway, but it shows his Red Guardian character, and his big beard is brown, so there's the color brown to work with. Scarlett Johansson's hair is the Black Widow. Her hair is red. It does have, even though it's like a faded out cover, her hair has got that red right here, that her whole head is red. But I mean, right here, it's that orange red color that her hair is. Her eyes are like a blue green color. And they kind of are like a gray blue color on the cover. Her sister Yelena's hair is blonde, so there's a gold color to it. I actually blew up the movie poster that we're using, and the 3 characters on the side, Melina and Alexei and Yelena, have like a smoke fade around them. And in the smoke, there is like a blue hue. So there's a blue to work with if you want to pull blue from that. Obviously there's black. I think I already said black anyway, but so there are colors to work with. And it's, like I said, much more well received than I had expected. I thought everybody would just groan at me for having, they are fairly similar to the Lost Boys. I really didn't think that those would be my two back-to-back draws, honestly. Very surprised by that. But that being said, if you don't like that, I blame Damon. Still. And and he's not even here to defend himself today. And B, you are more than welcome to use whatever movie inspires you, whatever colors from whatever movie inspire you. If you want to post your make in the Facebook groups that are linked below for me and Sandy, we would love that. But if you use a different movie, would you kindly post the movie poster maybe that you use so we can see your inspiration? Because that's half the fun, is just like, oh, I see they drew these colors from here, or, just the fun of seeing like what colors strike people and everything like that. But yeah, so both of our Facebook groups are linked down below. Sandy's channel is linked down below, so you can go see the project that she has started. I do have a playlist linked down below, which I've been awful about adding to. Like, when I upload mine, my videos automatically go to that one for this, but I've been awful about adding Sandy's to it. I need to go through and add those, but I believe she has a playlist also. But go to her channel and subscribe, and then you'll see it anyway. And yeah, definitely post. Like, oh my gosh, I'm still going on about the Lost Boys ones, just because I geek out about that movie so bad. But there were so many cute Lost Boy blankets, and I loved seeing all the makes for that. There was awesome Venom makes too. Like, there was a Venom cardigan that was awesome looking, just beautiful looking. I really loved it. So definitely please post. It would be awesome. But yeah, so what am I doing? I already told you, doing a blanket. What I decided to do, and I am first and foremost endeavoring to use for my collection, to, whittle down my collection. I'm fairly confident that I have most things that I will need. So shopping from home is easiest. Coincidentally, I did come across one problem this month with that, but I'll get into that. And I'm making blankets, and I'm using this as practice to try to make like throw blanket size, lap blanket size, baby blanket size, if I can. The problem is, every time I start making it, I'm like, oh, this would be so much nicer, bigger, and I could just imagine, curling up in it and cuddling up in it. So let's just make it a little bit bigger. For the Venom blanket that I just did, I actually drew a diagram to try to stick with it and only do this many, and then I still added to it. So, but that one still, I maintained that one was still a lap blanket. I think I stuck to my goal for that one. This one, I picked the movie because of my crazy obsession with David Harbour. If you haven't been around very long to my channel, I have a very unhealthy obsession with Stranger Things, and in doing so, I have an equally unhealthy obsession with David Harbour. Absolutely my celebrity crush. I love him so much, and he plays Alexei in the Black Widow movie. He's the Red Guardian. So I do love this movie, but I'm not gonna lie and say that I didn't watch it mainly for him to begin with. I watch all the Marvel movies, so I would have watched it, but like, the appeal was definitely David Harbour. And I really like the Red Guardian character. I like the campiness of him, and I think he's really funny and still like an awesome superhero, though, like a good balance, I guess, if that makes sense. So I took the colors of the movie poster, but I wanted this blanket to be inspired by Alexi, by the Red Guardian. So I found, and I will link it down below because right now I can't remember the name of the pattern. It is a paid pattern. I took to Ravelry because I wanted to find not just a star pattern, because he has a star on his suit. He's basically, if you haven't seen the movie yet, the Russian equivalent of our Captain America in the U.S. He is the Russia's first super soldier, is what, he proudly declares and everything all the time. So he's got a star for his red suit, white star. And I wanted a star that was turned into a square. So I found one that I liked. I mean, there's several on YouTube that I wasn't in love with. I probably could have made my own, but this is a time thing for me with the month and all. And I don't know, I liked the way this one looked. So I did change a little bit about it, but I'll link it down below anyway if you're interested in it. But like I said, it is a couple dollars. It's a paid pattern. This is the star that I came up with. Well, that she came up with, that I made, I should say. So white star, and this is just red heart with love, because I had that surplus of regular red heart with love colors that I always talk about I had gotten from Walmart, like on their the last Black Friday sale that they had yarn in. So that was like years ago, right? Well, herein lies the problem. I only had one white. I thought I had like 5 of them left. I have 1. So this is basically a game of how many stars can Heather get out of one small red heart with love skein. And then I have to see what kind of scraps I have that are the same color and the same thickness as red heart. Wish me luck. Because the original blanket that this is for had like 48 squares for a baby blanket, but they're using DK weight yarn and they're using a G hook. I'm using a J hook with 4 ply with size 4 yarn with red heart yarn. So it is going to be a bit bigger. So I shouldn't have to make 48 squares. We're just going to have to see. We'll have to see. But, okay. So I made the white star. Well, if you look at Alexi's costume, outfit, shirt, whatever you want to call it, it's the red background shirt, the white star, and it's outlined in black. So the pattern doesn't call for this, because, like, why would it? It's a baby blanket, not a Red Guardian blanket. But I slip stitched black around it, and I think that looks pretty good. There are ends because I have to wait until I get the red around the outside around it to tie it in, because it's really, I don't want to weave it into the white. So this is the one instance where I can't weave my ends in yet. And it drives me crazy because I love to weave my ends in as I go. But I've never actually done or even watched a video about top stitching, so I don't know if that's what this is. But it's just, whatever its name is, it's just like I joined it here, so it's a regular single crochet up here. And then I slip stitched everywhere else. So that's all that is. It's a slip stitch around the whole star. But I thought it outlined it really well. I'm pretty happy with that, actually. So then, and I have plenty of the black red heart with love, because that's all that is black red heart with love. So no worries there. Then I was looking around at what reds I have, and I actually thought, oh my gosh, I don't think I have a lot of reds. I know that buried somewhere in the closet that I'm trying to still clean out is some Pound of Love in that like odd deep red color. But I wasn't real keen on using that. And at the same time, I didn't want just a bright red color either. So I kept looking. And I once again got saved by my treasure trove of Hobby Lobby clearance yarn. And I found that I had several skeins of this. I love this yarn print. And I think a lot of people got this for like a Valentine's Day project when they had gotten it from the sale. But like this stuff, I got this stuff on clearance for $1.24, you guys. $1.24 a skein, and it was normally $4.99. So pretty happy with that. And I had 5 of these, so this should be plenty. It's in the color Crimson Swirl, and like you can't get it anymore. Once they discontinue it in the clearance, I'm pretty sure it's just gone now. So I don't think you can get this anymore. But that's Crimson Swirl, because the cover also has like different reds in it. So I was pretty happy finding one with like different reds but no other colors. Okay, so I made a square with the different reds around it, and that's my Red Guardian square. What do you guys think? Do you like it? I like it. I love it, but I recognize that not everybody is the Red Guardian fan that I am. So that's what my blanket is going to be made of, is these squares. I don't know how many stars this Red Heart is going to get me, but right now, what I worked on this week was making the stars, basically. I have a grand total of, I want to say 20 stars. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 16, 17, and then 18, 19, 20. So there'll be 20 squares as it is right now. And I figured at some point I will lay them down and see how big that'll actually make it, because you know I'm going to do the continuous join. And I'm also thinking, speaking of the continuous join, the one yarn I haven't pulled out yet is I have some from Joann's, some the glitter yarn from Joann's, that's the dark gray glitter yarn from their line. Can't think of the name of it right now, but I have a good amount of that. And since there's also gray in the cover, I'm thinking continuous joining these squares with that and doing a border of that and this red, if I have enough of this red to do a border with it. So that's my thoughts for the blanket. And I think that the stars were the hardest part of this. So honestly, because slip stitching this is almost, it takes no time at all. And honestly, this is only 3 rows right here of squaring it out. So I think that I'll have this done and not be like so time crunched that I'm gonna freak out. So as long as this blanket ends up being big enough, I might have to add more stars, and we'll see. Because also, obviously, with a continuous join, I can't just add more later. I have to lay it out and figure out what I'm doing beforehand. So, but that is a risk I am going, that's it's not even a downfall, because honestly, I'd rather do that when I am making a blanket anyway. But that's a risk, then I guess I'll call it. But that's what I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to do that. So I just have to figure out my squares. I don't know. So hopefully you guys like that. But anyway, I'm going to go, and I will update you guys next week again. And yeah. So make sure you go check Sandy's channel out, and make sure you visit our Facebooks and let us know what you guys are doing. So I'm sure you guys will beat me. You guys always beat me. I always end up finishing right at the end of the month. All right. I will talk to you later, guys. You know that I love you, and that I will see you soon. Bye, guys.